What the fuck we doing? I be high in the clouds, I be flying.
What up? This is Good Vibes Podcast. I don't want you around me if you ain't got good vibes. Keep the negativity at the crib. This ain't nothing but a little spin-off from my other podcast, the main topic. I just wanted, I'm sitting at the crib bored. I got the building being built in the backyard for my main podcast. I know y'all probably hear some noise in the background, hear the dogs in the backyard barking, them pit bulls, them killers in the back. But anyways, y'all give me some time. Today we're gonna be smoking on Cuban cigars, sipping on champagne, enjoying ourselves, vibing out. We might talk about a few things. It might be a little sensitive to some people. I don't know, man. Hey, deal with it. I know y'all hear them cars next door. I stay by some people that be racing and stuff like that. But hey, today, man, we're gonna be talking about a few things, sipping on champagne, and smoking on Cuban cigars. It's crazy. None of this noise going on until I started recording and playing that bad. We gonna let none of that stop us. Anyways, hey, I just want to introduce myself, man. My name is AjCharisma. I'm a independent artist from Dumas, Arkansas. I've been rapping since I was like 6 years old. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more about myself. Let me fire this up. And no, I ain't got no torch right now. I ain't gonna lie, my torch went out and I ain't got no fluid for it, so I'm gonna just use this candle lighter for right now. Don't judge me now. Alright? Yes, sir. Alright, let me tell y'all about myself, man. Like I said, my name is AjCharisma. If y'all watching this off of Facebook, the most people from my Facebook know me, but my new followers, if you don't know me, my name is AjCharisma. I'm a local artist from Dumas, Arkansas. Upcoming artist, And I've been rapping since I was like 6 years old. I'm really originally from Oklahoma, Barnesville from Oklahoma. My mama ended up passing when I was 6 years old, and I moved down here with my daddy. And I've been here since that. My mama passed, and I moved down here with my dad. And hey man, life was good, bro. Life was amazing at first. At one point, I mean, the transition from Oklahoma, being around a lot of white people and stuff like that. I was around my black side as well, because also my black side, my dad's side, stayed in Oklahoma too. But mostly I was around my white side. But coming down here to the south, the south, shit was different, bro. Like, shit was most definitely different. Like, things changed. If we want to get a little bit of deep, I'm gonna get a little deep with it. I moved down here. Life was good, What I mean by good, I had a roof over my head, had food to eat, even though I was staying with one of my aunties. When I first moved down here, I was staying with my grandma. I was introduced to some people I never knew before, and they ain't never seen no light-skinned person like me. And I was very, very light. I'm darker now from going to the backstreet pool. If you know, you know. If you from Dumas, you know. But I was lighter, man. I was real light, and that coming down here to Arkansas around my family, they weren't used to them type of people being in the family, So they called me white boy. Grandma and them told me everybody really in my family was telling me my dad ain't my dad type shit. So I basically came down here and my family was being racist to me, calling me white boy, saying my dad ain't my dad. My grandma didn't accept me. I mean, everybody, even years after being here, I understand, like, not me being able to do certain things other, her grandkids could do. But after being here for years and my daddy still taking care of me and not, me becoming actually a part of the family, it was times I still couldn't even go to the back room at my grandma's house because my grandma was taking care of one of her daughter's kids. That's my cousins. And And they had a room in the back, and everybody used to go back there and play the game, but I was the only one that couldn't go back there. If I did go back there, she would notice it and then shut it all down, make all the kids go outside or something like that. I was always, not included in stuff. I was always an outcast. I was always talked behind my back, laughed at, talked about in my face. Shit, to be honest to you. I know my grandma didn't love me like she loved everybody else, which I understand at first, especially when I first moved down there. I understand, but I am your grandchild. I am your son's son. You hear me? Like, so you should be able to accept me for who I am, no matter where I come from. My grandma, she was very racist. She did not like white people, and she always called my family, not her, but my other cousins still always called me white boy and stuff like that. It didn't bother me though, because I told their ass, hey, my white side of my family richer and treated me better than y'all do. They got more money than y'all do. I lived a way better life when I was with my white side of the family. So hey, call me white if you want to. I live better. And they stopped doing that shit after I said that. But yeah, my family, I wasn't treated equally to everybody else, man. I was treated wrong, man. Like, it's crazy because I told my daddy about it. He realized it and he started noticing it and stuff like that. And that's basically how I started getting in the streets, man. He started allowing me to run the streets. Not to do bad things, but run the streets to go find friends and stuff like that. Because I loved hanging with my cousins, DeAndre and Brian. I loved hanging with them. And my cousin, DeJuan, Cho and them. I loved hanging with them. And Fred, all them. But main people I did hang around was my cousin Brian and DeAndre. Because they lived at the house with my grandma. So I loved hanging with them, man. And like, even though they didn't treat me they didn't treat me wrong. They messed with me and stuff. They bullied me a little bit, but I could defend myself. So that a lot of this shit stopped eventually. But we ended up loving each other, man. We ended up becoming close. We actually became family. But it's being around my grandma. My daddy couldn't accept that the way she treated me, and it made me feel like I wasn't equal to everybody else. On Christmas, I get a pair of socks or something, and everybody else will get fucking $20, $30, $40, and this, that, and this. And that's after being years living down here with them. And I still get the same thing or something. Sometimes I wouldn't get nothing for Christmas. Which, as a kid, that hurt, man. That hurted a lot. Even my dad, we was poor, man. We couldn't afford nothing. I didn't even get nothing for Christmas then. So I had to come to realization, hey man, I'm not welcome here and I don't want to be here. Told my daddy that and he agreed with me. So he started letting me run the streets, which was a good thing, but actually a bad thing at the same time because I ended up going around the wrong crowd, which actually it wasn't really the wrong crowd. It was really my mindset as well because I felt like I had to do certain things to change my environment and the way I was living. Like I was struggling, man. Life was hard. I remember we was hopping from couch to couch. When we finally did get our own place to stay, it was times we didn't have lights for like a year. I'll never forget that. And I got tired of it, man. When I turned like 10, 11, bro, I started hustling. I ain't gonna lie, I started selling drugs and stuff like that. It wasn't. I didn't start selling big drugs. Like when I mean big drugs, I mean like crack and stuff like that. I was like maybe like 15, 16 when I started selling stuff like that. But at first, I was selling weed and stuff like that. I was selling weed since like 9 to 10. And I was making pretty good money. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't smoking, drinking, and nothing like that. Everybody, all the friends and stuff around me was smoking, man. Like, man, I had some homeboys around me that was smoking early, bro. Like, real talk. So I was able to save money, and I had friends around me that would buy the weed from me. So it was easy to make money, So, but yeah, so I was hustling, bro. I was making shit happen. And I was helping my dad on the bills, but at the same time, bro, I still was struggling. And I was stealing, I was robbing, I was doing shit just to make sure that I had something to eat when I got home. Even if I couldn't pay the light bill, I at least wanted to eat when I got home, or eat before I got home, or bring something to eat to my dad. You know, that's all that really mattered to me, bro. It was able to feed myself and feed my dad if I could. So the situation I was in, the cards I was dealt, was the reason I was doing those things. And for that reason, a lot of people judged me and looked at me different and felt like I was a bad influence when them was the cards I was dealt. If it was my choice, I would have stayed at my grandma's house. If it was my choice, if I was treated right at my grandma's house, if it was my choice, I would have stayed there. I would never got in the streets. Cause like I said, I enjoyed playing with my cousins, but I never felt at home. I never felt like it was family. So, and then I was struggling at the same time. So if I wasn't struggling and life was just great, I'd never been in the streets. But the streets showed me more love than my family did, and I made a lot more money in the streets than I ever did having a job. But when I finally got old enough at 16 again, I finally got a job at Mad Butcher. But I still was hustling on the side, shooting dice and stuff like that. But I felt like a lot of people judged me for the mistakes I did because of the situation I was in. I had to make those. It was the only option. I wasn't old enough around that time to get a job. My dad was struggling. We couldn't afford certain things. So I felt like I took certain things in my hands, my own hands, to make things happen. And a lot of people was judging me. Grown people would talk about me in the streets, lie on me. I remember one time I was sleeping right beside my dad and somebody called him and was like, "Hey, your son just got caught in Dollar General stealing." And my dad used to believe everything people used to tell him. And I used to tell him that dad, they lying on me. I never understood why people would lie on me, bro. Like, Dumas, Arkansas, I love it. Like, bro, that's the hometown. But people don't understand the things I went through as a child should make me also hate but love it. Because I was treated wrong, bro. Like, I was treated like an outcast for no reason. People, I don't even know the people that used to lie on me. My daddy never told me. But people used to lie on me and say certain things about me that I never did. Yeah, I used to steal, I used to rob, but one thing I didn't do is rob and steal from the people I knew or I loved. I never did no shit like that, and I never would. To this day, if I ever get down bad, I'll never do no shit like that. I'll never go rob one of my niggas if he the plug or some shit. That's stupid. I'll never bite the hand that feed me, even if he never fed me. It's just stupid, bro. It's off the love. I'll never do no stupid shit like that. But like I said, that was the cards I was dealt. And I remember times trying to find new friends. And since my name was out in the streets, I couldn't even find new friends because if I did find a new friend, I had to literally like catch them at the park by themselves and not with their parents, because their parents would see me and be like, "I don't want you to hang around him," because of the name that I was gave in the streets. And I felt like I never really got a chance to prove myself. And people looked at me different and judged me for things that people was lying on me about, and actually for the things I did. Yes, I did do bad things. Yeah, I did do stupid shit in the streets, but people didn't understand I had to. I did it because I had to, not because I wanted to. I did it because I needed to. I was just trying to eat. I was trying to feed myself, trying to feed my family, trying to make sure the lights was on. But when I got older, bro, around 15 to 16, got a job, it got a little bit more strict, bro. Like I got doing more. I got to getting more in the streets. I was in the streets, but shit. I ain't gonna lie, shit got to getting more gangster. Not gonna lie, shootouts, being shot, robbing plugs, robbing police daughters' cars, like breaking in cars, breaking into the school, like doing stupid shit as I got older. Because I got to hanging around older crowds, and I was always about money. So, and I was always on a money scheme. Fuck, y'all seen that? Hey, but yeah, man, that's a little bit about me, bro. I ain't gonna too much talk about me too much. I just wanted to let y'all know, man. Some people don't judge everybody. Some people only do things because of the cards that was dealt. Their actions don't really speak for them sometimes. And what I mean by that is some people only do certain things because they have to, not because they want to. So before you judge somebody, get to know their life, get to know them a little bit more on why they did what they did. You know, so that was that. That's basically why I did certain things, man. Life was lifing, bro, and I had to make sure that I was gonna eat. I was gonna eat regardless, bro. Like as times I thought in my head, I'd be damned if I go hungry tonight, bro. I'm gonna find me a lick. I'm gonna find me something, you know. I was the type of person to go rob the corner store because I had love for those type of people. We grew up going to the corner store buying shoes from Moncrief and type shit. I mean, it's probably times I could have had the opportunity to do it. Like it was times that I wanted to go buy shoes and he had money piled up and everything with the shoes and all that shit. I remember he had $60 Jordans. It was fake or whatever they built or whatever. However the fuck they did, but they tore them within a week if you wore the shit out of them. You only go wear them once a week, because if you wear them more than that, the bitch is gonna tear. You feel me? But anyways, I probably had opportunities to do some hoe ass shit like that to people, but I never did because I always had respect for my hood. And man, it's just a situation. It was just a situation I was in, man. If I could turn back in time and do it all over again, I'd probably do it the same way. I ain't gonna lie, cause it made me a man who I am today. It made me respect a lot of young niggas now. It made me actually look different, look at people different, young people different, and why people do certain things. It makes me want to actually reach out and help certain people, help the community, which I try to. I try to run for city council, and I try to make a difference from from my city. But that didn't work out. I mean, I was gonna try to do another a run, but got discouraged. I see how Dumas is, man. You got to be known down there, or you got to at least have you got to have some type of popularity. Dumas is full of popularity, man. If you ain't popular, you could be a broke motherfucker, but if you popular, motherfucker gonna dick ride you, get anything you want. Another thing is, if you got money, you gonna get what you want. I don't give a fuck. Okay, one thing, Dumas got more black people down there than they got white. But I literally watch a white man pay black people to vote for him, even though they know the black person that was actually running would be better than the white man that was running. But guess what? They let the money choose their future. Is what's crazy. I feel like it's a lot of places, man. They let money choose their future. But man, that's a little bit about me, man. You know, we vibing. I'm starting to feel this champagne a little bit. I seen my guy D Dirt, Little Rock Obama, my bad. He posted something, a podcast on his YouTube and also little snippets on Facebook about a certain people coming down here selling dreams, man. And I felt that, bro, because I had a certain people even in the same camp that he was talking about. I actually had people in that same camp and outside the camp that most people know, but I ain't gonna speak on names, but actually sell dreams to me as well, bro. Like I said, I'm an artist and I've been doing music since I was 6 years old, and I ain't stopped doing music, man. I used to do music with my brother. That's how I first started off, was doing music with my brother. We was rapping over songs on the radio. Even with them rapping, we used to rap over them on the beat and stuff like that. This motherfucker hit. But yeah, we used to rap over it and stuff like that. And when I moved to Dumas, they had this thing called the Hoodnik. I used to go every year, man. One thing I said that I did leave a staple in Dumas is the young nigga that always rapped. I was the only person actually from Dumas that used to perform every year at the Hoodnik, especially around my age. He probably was older people, yeah, like the Racy brothers and stuff like that, Peanut the Boss and all that. I don't know if I ever seen Peanut the Boss perform. If you did, my bad, I'm sorry. They got some bad motherfucking cars out there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wish I could show y'all, man. Them cars sound good. They fast and motherfucker. I actually went to one of their races. But anyways, yeah, I used to perform every year, man. As a youngin', man, I got used to the crowd, man. I'm talking about When I say thousands of people used to come out to the hood, Nick, bro, from Texas, Atlanta, New York, everywhere, bro. I'm talking about everywhere you could think of, Vegas, everywhere. People used to come out, just little old Dumas, with 2,000-3,000 people, 6,000 people in just this little old town. And people used to come off from all over, showing off their cars, they dogs, all type of stuff. And I mean, I used to perform. I wasn't scared because I believed in me and I believed in my music. And I had a little buzz, and I had a few people come around me, telling me, you know, selling me dreams until I met this guy named Kelly. Everybody know Kelly from Dumas. He used to ride the school bus for the school, you know. And he ended up retiring, and he ended up buying one of the buses that they couldn't fix. And he ended up fixing it up. And he turned it into like a party bus. But when you walk in that motherfucker, it was like a strip club. Nigga had a flat screen TV. That's when Xbox first came out. Xbox One. Nah, I think it was Xbox. I think it was Xbox. And then they had a PlayStation 1. Man, like, bro, it was so motherfucking hard. And then right at the back of it was a studio. Man, that shit was the beautifulest thing I ever seen in my life. But anyways, one day after performing at the Hood Nick, he was parked right beside it, and I guess he seen me performing, and he was like, "Hey man, let me show you something real quick." And he pulled me to the side, and he talked about it a little bit, he pulled me to the side, and he talked to me a little bit before he pulled me to the side to make sure I was comfortable enough going inside the bus with him and stuff like that. And he was like, "Man, I got a studio here and all type of stuff, man. This and that. I seen you performing." I was like, "Hey, Billy, come on, let's walk." Man, I walked in there, bro. That shit was the hardest shit I ever seen in my life. Had a script hole right in the middle of it. From lying, I'm dying. That shit was so fucking hard. And he was like, "Man, I seen you perform, man." He was like, "I'd love to record you, bro. I'll record you your first CD." I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yes." That's back when CDs was popping, bro. And I was like, "All right, bet." So, life went on, bro. Maybe like a few months after, I finally thought about that again. I was like, hold on. I thought about him. I was like, hold on, man. Let me go find this dude again. I forgot where I seen him at. And I end up getting his number, and I end up going to his crib. And he had the bus parked right at the back of his crib. And man, we finally made us a song, bro. He made me my first CD, my first ever CD. I made copies of it, and I went around showing people my songs and stuff like that. I was like, man, this shit's so hard, bro. And then, man, life was still lifing, bro. I was still struggling, so I was focused on my music, but I wasn't like, I was more focused on hustling, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I slowed down on my music, and I finally, maybe probably a few more months or maybe a year passed by, and I went and met him again, bro. And I was like, man, I'm serious this time, bro. Like, let's make some music. He was like, all right, I'm willing to invest in you. He was like, he came up with like his own little stuff called, I forgot what it was called. But he started recording me. We was recording every day and stuff like that. And he'll make certain CDs, make CDs for me and stuff like that. And one day I was watching him make a CD, and I went home and I did the same thing, and I made my own CDs. And once again, I fell off, because I always feel like I don't need nobody, bro. I feel like I always can do it on my own. I still feel like that today, to this day. So I went home and made my own CDs, and I was handing them out. I was selling them for $1. I'll go tape them up. It was to the point, bro, that I wanted my shit being out so much, I'll throw my shit on the ground on purpose to where I know people will walk at. Because we had a lot of people that walk around, in the hood or wherever we was at, and I'll throw them on the ground. And, like, I made the CD to where when you look down, you want to see what it is. Like, and I guess he seen one. I'll go to gas stations, stuff like that, drop him off there. And he was like, man, I see your hustle, bro. Like, please let me invest in you. Let's start a team together and let me invest in you. I was like, all right, bet. So we tried to start a little team with somebody, with J-Mo, RP J-Mo. Because I introduced him to J-Mo and stuff like that. And J-Mo, he was big-headed too, and he already had his own motion going. So that ended up failing. And I was the only one left with him. And he tried with Peanut the Boss and them. Peanut the Boss and them had their own motion and stuff like that. So I was like, man, hey, let's start our own label there. I got another guy we can holler at. And around that time, I met my nigga, my brother to this day, Chapo. I ended up meeting him again. Why I say that is because last time I seen Chapo, we was in like 6th grade, and he ended up moving to Little Rock, and he finally came back down here. I think I was in ninth. I think I was in 10th or 11th grade when I finally seen him again, bro. And I guess he seen some of my music, or somebody showed him my music, or somehow, I forgot how it happened. He's like, bro, I rap too, bro. You remember me and shit like that? I was like, yeah, what's up? I remember me. He got the freestyle into me and shit like that. I was like, bro, you so fucking hard, bro. But what's crazy is I knew his brother. I knew his brother longer than I knew him, because his brother TP was around in Dumas a lot more than him. And he was always telling me about Chapo, but I never knew who Chapo was. He was telling me about his brother until I finally seen him. I was like, damn, I do remember you, bro. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that's my brother. And shit like that. He's like, this is what I'm talking about. He's like, yeah, that's my brother. This is what I'm talking about. I was like, ah, shit, that's Chapo. I mean, I ain't say that. He introduced me to his brother when he finally came down here. I was like, oh, that's your brother. I saw him with the school with him and shit like that. He was like, yeah, that's him. And he freestyled to me and shit like that. And I was like, bro, you so fucking hard, bro. And TP, he was in the streets, man. He was on some other shit, man. He was I ain't gonna speak on his situation. I'm my brother too, but he was in a bad situation, so he wasn't really too much worried about music, but he was hard too. So me and Chapo started hanging around each other more, and I introduced Chapo to Kelly. Freestyle, that's what he called himself now today too, by freestyle. I'm gonna start calling him freestyle, but y'all know, I'm gonna say Kelly so y'all know what I'm talking about. Kelly. So Kelly is a guy, by the way, y'all. I don't know why a lot of people, when I told them Kelly, it was like, oh, she, but I was like, yeah. But it's a guy. But anyways, I introduced him to freestyle, and man, bro, we clicked like this. And one day, me and Chapo was just walking, and I was like, bro, we gotta come up with a name, man. And we just got the, MGG and this and that. And it was always MGG with him. I was like, man, we gotta come up with our own shit together, like our own thing. He was like, all right, bet. And we came up with ATM, Addicted to Money. And this was like in 2015, 2016, bro. And we came up with it. And Freestyle showed us how to go online and make it an LLC and get it, get it legal, legalizing and stuff like that. So he did that for us. And bro, ATM went crazy from then, bro. We made CDs. We went and did shows. Our first show was in Dermot. Shout out Dermot. We did flyers and everything and shit like that, bro. We was out there, bro. Like, we was getting buzz, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro. People, when we came out with our first mixtape, our CD, everybody in the town was buying it. We was going to Dermot. People in Dermot was buying it. We went to DeWitt. People in DeWitt was buying it. Went to a little small place in Pine Bluff. They was buying it. Bro, we did so many shows, I'm telling you. And then finally, bro, Freestyle told he's like, man, I want to get y'all on the radio. Let's pick 3 songs. And out of them 3, bro, I'm going to pick one. We're going to get them on the radio. I was like, I bet. But he ended up getting 2 on the radio. And man, we was on Power 92 and we was on 101.3, bro. If you know what Power 92 is, 92.3, Broadway Joe. Bro, I'm telling you, man, we was the first one. I think we was actually the first one from Dumas to ever to be on the radio. That's the radio station anyways. And bro, I think we was like 17, 18, bro, around that time. And like, man, life was treating us well. Like, everything was going right, bro. Like, I'm telling you, music was blowing, bro. People was knowing us, bro. Like, literally, people riding past, bro. We didn't even. I remember one time we was in Pine Bluff, bro. We was at Sharks, and man, somebody rolled by playing our song. Might as well, bitch. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like, this shit felt so good, bro. As a youngin' to hear people playing our shit. That's back when CK was blowing up too. I never forget when we was supposed to do a feature with CK, and we went to one of his first shows in Pine Bluff as well, bro. Like, shit was going right, bro. Like, everything was lovely, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to Freestyle, man. If you ever be my manager, if you ever be my dog, that's like a second father right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, so that's a little bit backstory on me, man. I'm sorry I went back to me when I first was talking about, D-Dirt Obama, but that's basically what I was trying to go off of because I actually felt what he was saying about how people come around selling dreams. Because I had plenty of people come around telling me that I could do this for you, do that for you. And just, I felt like they was only doing that. To this day, I even got a few homeboys that came to me, was lying to me, like, I'll do this for you, I'll pay for this. I think they only do that so they can try to secure a spot just in case you do blow up. Because they feel like you damn near there. And they always can say, hey, man, I always was there to try to help you out. I always try to put you in place, but you never did. And you only talk good than a bitch, but you never made it happen. You feel me? So, hey, I feel that, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had people come around and try to put me in a studio and to go out and try to sell my music or shit like that, you know. Act like I was signed to their label and shit like that, but especially when I went out on my own, bro, I made a lot of shit happen on my own too, man. I had shows in Florida, I had shows in Vegas. Me and Chopper went to Vegas. And we did a lot of shit on our own too, where a lot of people didn't know, man. Like, I remember when we went to Vegas and everybody was like, man, we robbed Dollar General just to go to Vegas. Like, my city was hating on us so bad, bro. That's when that's really around the time we dropped our second mixtape. And then we dropped another song called ATM Freestyle, and the motherfucker posted our ATM Freestyle picture that we had for the cover. It was like niggas had to rob because we had like $100 bills all around it. Because I was sitting on the ground around some palm trees, some fire ass shit. Chopper was up counting money. We had all hundreds. Nigga, I'm talking about bands. And niggas was like, man, niggas had to rob Dollar General to go to Vegas or do this and that. Niggas was hating. Nigga, I'm talking about they was hating on us bad. To this day, nigga, they still do. And man, we was enjoying life, bro. Like, that's all we was doing. We was just young and trying to make it. And I feel like we was in the wrong environment, in the wrong place. I feel like if we moved, actually got somebody around us that can put us in a different environment. When I mean a different environment, is a different location besides Dumas or besides Arkansas. We would have blew like a motherfucker. We was young. We was hungry. I'm still hungry to this day for it. But we was extra hungry then. And we had a different sound. We had a different sound than everybody that you could think of around that time. And that's right when the young boys started to come up too. That's right when young boys started blowing up, bro. And man, life was great back. Man, life was great, but at the same time, I struggled. But like I said, if I can go back and do it all over again, I would. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't change shit about it. Life was wonderful. Man, life was wonderful. They still fix all the cars, I see. But yeah, man, if you're an artist and you feel like you gotta depend on somebody, you ain't gotta depend on nobody, bro. I mean, you do need a team eventually. You do. But you could blow up on your own without a team. If you got money, or if you don't got money, you might get lucky. If you just keep investing yourself or keep posting yourself, and eventually that song that you keep on believing in or something's gonna pop eventually. It happened to me. I was broke, man. I couldn't make shit happen. I had the opportunity to come back to Vegas and do another show, and I was just broke and couldn't make it. The person that was trying to do it, he was like, man, I want to see you invest in yourself. But then fuck around and invested in another artist that was from Dumas and paid for everything. Like, why you couldn't pay for me though? Like, why you sell me these dreams and tell me that you can do all this for me if I can make it back to Vegas, but and you'll give me a place to stay, but then you let another nigga dick ride him, you end up paying for his flight and everything to come down there, and it's just like, bro, shit. I was really fucked out a whole lot of opportunities, bro, being in Dumas. Being from Arkansas, regardless, I was fucked out a whole lot of opportunities being sold dreams, you know. I was young and dumb, but hey, it is what it is. Opportunity will come back around. At this time, I'm gonna grab it and it's gonna happen. So from this podcast, I just want to let y'all know, y'all will see me at the top eventually. If you're the ones that's listening to this podcast, I appreciate y'all for watching. I see y'all at the top. Good vibes only, man. If you come around with negative vibes, get the fuck away from around me. Until next time. All right.